I've been working on this one for a while, and it is going to be so much fun. It is part 2, another top 10 annoying characters to fight. Welcome back to MPQ Mastery, where we teach you to destroy more gems. I'm your host, Aloy, and one of the most popular videos we have here on the channel is the top 10 annoying opponents that you need to take out first. And not only since the time that that video went up have we gotten a ton of other characters released, but I've gotten a lot of feedback from all of you and experienced so many more fights and so many other characters that I'm like, oh please, I hate this guy. But the crux of the list is people with really cool powers that you like using against others, but you hate it when you have to fight against it. So I have another top 10 annoying opponents. If you like stuff like this, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. Consider becoming a YouTube member. That helps support the channel a little bit more. All right, with all of that out of the way, number 10 is Kingpin. Now, Kingpin is actually not a character that I play with that often, but more and more, he has started to pop up as a favorite for the devs to put against us. And it just so seems that every time we have to fight against him, he is with some minions that are just constantly pumping more and more tiles out onto the board, thus making him very dangerous. If he ever gets the opportunity to get enough black AP, he destroys those really easily created tiles and just deals entire team damage, and he'll just keep destroying them over and over, and he's really annoying to fight. The number 9 most annoying character to fight is Thing, actually, 4-star Thing. And with the design of Thing, unless you're going to like whittle your opponent down little hits by little hits, you need to make sure that he is in the lead and he is in the front. Because the problem with him is that if he is not in the front and you hit hard, he jumps to the front, he soaks up that damage, and he puts a bunch of projectiles on the board. And if you're using certain teams, that might be something that you want him to do, but for the most part, it's really just annoying. My number 8 character you have to take out first because he is so damn annoying is the 3-star Deadpool. And he, or she if you have the right costume, is pretty similar to Thing, where if his opponents are low in health and he is not in the lead and you try to hit one, he jumps out front, he takes the hit, and he puts a tile on the board that allows him to recover the majority of that damage back. And honestly, he just keeps doing it, like over and over and over, and it can get very, very annoying. My number 7 most annoying character to fight is the 4-star Jean Grey. And I honestly just hate fighting Jean Grey, just because just look at the way that she's built, right? She can deal team damage and create special tiles for her team. She can deal team damage and destroy all your special tiles. And anytime you make a 5 match, she's going to stun your team, deal damage, and it's just sucky. And it just so happens that every time you do fight her, you have so many opportunities to make 5 matches because the computer hates you. Shade. It's just shade, I tell you. The number 6 character to get rid of early is Mockingbird. And I actually really love Mockingbird as a supporting character. She is great at generating AP with her opportunist power. That same power can launch off free powers under the right circumstances. She can also steal AP, and then her third power is like a big ol' hit where she deals tons of damage. So honestly, I feel like she's just too damn useful, and I use her for that reason, but I hate to fight against her. Alright, we're getting into the second half of this list, guys. Number 5 is the 4-star Captain Marvel. And it's honestly because she is a beast. Depending on your color combinations on your team, just matching colors might deal entire team damage. Plus, her black power puts a tile on the board that keeps pumping out extra damage, and when it hits 0, launches a huge attack. Her yellow power allows her to drop any countdown tile to 0, including her own, but also including other people's, like Mockingbird's in the last one that can really, really hurt. Taking her out first so that she doesn't have an impact on the fight, or as little as possible impact on the fight, is definitely going to be your best bet. That's why she is starting the second half of this, number 5. Oh, I hate her. My number 4 character that you need to take out first if she ever shows up in a fight is Chavez. All of her powers are passive, which makes her an interesting kind of character that can just work in almost any team, but based on the amount of AP that she has, basically meaning she gets more powerful the more AP that she collects. So, If you don't take her out early, she becomes very annoying. She starts dealing damage, making those 4 matches and dealing more damage. She starts putting critical tiles on the board that deal even more damage. She's a damage-dealing machine, but it's all based on how much AP she has. So unless you have ways to steal AP, starve her for AP, all that stuff, she is just a crazy beast, and I hate fighting her. But I do love her when she's on my teams. So number 3 is Bishop, and he has started to pop up in so many PvP teams. He gets rid of your tiles, he can stun you, he jumps out in front, and he will stun you and also attack you. He is probably one of the most annoying characters to fight because you have to fight him first. It's not even a you should fight him first, it's like you have to fight him first. At least Deadpool and Thing kind of have some limitations to their annoyance, but in this case, all of these same things happen even if he's in front. He doesn't even have to jump out in front. Bishop's annoying nature cannot be contained. So, number 2, I think everybody kind of knows where this list is going. Number 2 is Kitty Pryde. She did seem like an obvious choice to put on the list, and I don't see her being any lower on the list than a number 2. She might have been number 1 if the number 1 wasn't so bad. And she didn't exist the first time I did the list, otherwise she would have totally ended up on there too. Her ability to take out your special tiles, the ability for her to create her own and bump them up, how universally useful she is when coupled with anybody who can make tiles. Anytime you can get those special tiles on the board, she just becomes 1,000 times more dangerous. When you put that all together, just take her out first. Just literally just take her out first anytime you can, which can be difficult since she has so much health. All right, if you all didn't know who the number 1 was going to be, I'm going to drop some knowledge on you. Number 1 is Vulture. I knew immediately when making this list a second time that Vulture was going to be my number 1. Like everybody else on the list, like I hate fighting them, but Vulture I loathe. Whenever I see him on a rival team, I just go, all right, who's going to deal as much damage as quickly as possible, get this guy off of my screen. Because once he goes airborne, he becomes 1,000,000 times more dangerous. He starts destroying your special tiles. He starts generating his own AP to keep him going airborne. And anytime he comes down, if he's got a green tile on there, he's dealing team damage. He is a crazy beast that is really, really good, honestly, when you're using him, but sucks to fight against. I've done so many fights where it looks like I'm about to win, but if I didn't take him out first, if he goes airborne, he just slowly whittles me down, just swoops in, hits me, goes back up, swoops in, hits me, goes back up. It is the most annoying thing ever. Great design for a character, but that great design also makes him the number 1 most annoying character in Marvel Puzzle Quest to fight. So again, going over that list, it is Kingpin, 4-star Thing, 3-star Deadpool, 4-star Jean Grey, 4-star Mockingbird, 4-star Captain Marvel, 4-star America Chavez, 4-star Bishop, 5-star Kitty Pryde, and 4-star Vulture. I want to know what you guys all think about this list. Did I get a second take on this list right? Obviously, I left off all the ones in the first take, but I want to know what you guys all think. Who is the most annoying character to fight nowadays in 2020? Otherwise, again, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. Consider becoming a YouTube member by hitting the join button below this video. And if you want to see the first time I made this video, go ahead and hit that link right there, and it'll take you right to it. Otherwise, thank you for coming to MPQ Mastery. Go destroy some gems.